I know I haven't made one in a long time, but life happens. Deal with it. I wanted to talk about brown liquids. When I was a child, we were obsessed with brown liquids. It doesn't matter if it was mud, chocolate, ice cream, whatever, cow poop, horse manure, anything brown was ours. We possessed it. We owned it. We bathed in it. My parents, when they first built their business right behind us, the back half was all still partly field. And there was this huge mud puddle that nobody could even walk through. And me and my youngest sister used to swim in this all the time. And we knew we weren't supposed to, but it was fun, and we didn't care. We wanted to be absolutely caked like little mud monsters. So we always knew we were going to get caught, and to be able to stay in the mud as long as we could, we always took out straws with us. So when we heard my mom coming looking for us, we would lay under the puddle and have these straws sticking up so we could breathe. And this was terribly clever, because, we were like 6 and 7, and we literally come up, you're caked in mud, you can't open your eyes or see, and you can no longer breathe because it's all hanging in your face. And this was better than being caught by mom and taken in the house to bathe. Of course, there was mud in the fields. We had a huge field in the back that we always played in, and we would go out there and we would get stuck knee-deep in mud. My dad used to make us wear boots out there until we lost like the umpteenth million pair. It was, I think, the time that he had to retrieve us, and so we walked out there, and we all got stuck and sunk into the mud, and we were desperately afraid of losing our boots. Apparently, if our boots did not come up with our feet, we were all going to die. So we made sure we held on to those boots, and we were falling on our butts, and we were stuck and sinking and screaming bloody murder, because yes, remember, 4 little girls, we scream a lot. That's a totally different story about learning the difference between play screaming and real screaming. Dad hadn't learned this yet. So he would come running out there full bore and be plopping us out, and we're screaming and bawling because the boots are in the mud, and by that point the mud closes back over. Boots gone. We were devastated. We lost our good boot. It's not a good boot. It's just our good friend boot. Oh my God, we lost Booty. Anyway. But then that wasn't the only mud we had played in, and it wasn't the only brown liquid we liked. My grandparents owned a dairy farm, and we would go over there as much as we could, and they would let us play in the field. And I'm not sure my grandma knows this. My grandpa will probably deny it, but he used to let us go out in the milking parlor, because grandma would always say, "Take your boots." So we'd go through the basement, we'd get our boots on, and we'd always smuggle a couple of dolls outside, and we would go into the milking parlor, take off our boots, leave our toys with Grandpa, and head out into the field. Now, if any of you have been on a dairy farm, you know that most of that mud out there is 90% cow manure when you have that many cows in one place, especially when there's like cement underneath it. It's all cow manure. And we would just romp through this mud and crawl on our hands and knees and roll in it like dogs. I mean, I'm surprised we didn't come down with some kind of disease. Maybe that's why we don't come down with diseases. But yeah, we would play in this mud and this poop all day long. And Grandpa would always just hose us off, tell us to grab our stuff. We'd slip back into the basement and go up, and Grandma never knew the difference. But that was fun.